Hello, welcome to another episode of Snail Mail with Smokey. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Before we get too far into today's episode, let's take a look at what's come in the mail this week. Well, I had several items that arrived in my post office box this week. The first one that I want to show you is this rather nice envelope. Look at all the wonderful stamps. This comes from SW in Singapore. SW is always so kind to send me stamps and postcards and different things. And SW has sent me a Christmas card, which says Merry Christmas, have a great 2025. So SW, thank you, Merry Christmas to you as well. And then SW has sent me some sheets of cartoon stamps. This first one is from 101 Dalmatians. Most of you know that one of the areas I collect is cartoons on stamps. This sheet is from Peter Pan. And then finally, this sheet is from Grenada, and it is scenes from Hercules, which is one of my favorite Disney movies. So SW, thank you so much for your generosity, for your gift. Merry Christmas to you. Those sheets of cartoon stamps will find a great home in my cartoons on stamps collection. And now, as far as postcards, next is this postcard. This shows the great state of Illinois, which is just south of Wisconsin here. And this is from Bob, who says that he recently joined the channel. Thank you, Bob. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for watching and subscribing. And he's also recently joined Postcrossing. So welcome also, Bob, to the Postcrossing community. I know you're going to have a lot of fun, and especially when cards start rolling in, you start exchanging cards. You're going to have a great deal of fun with Postcrossing. And so Bob sends me this card. Bob, I would like to send you a card in return, and I know that you've included your address on the top, but unfortunately, the postmark, the cancel, went right across your address. So if you could send me an email or a message in Instagram, both of those accounts are linked in the description of this video, and just shoot me your address, and those I will send a card out to you as soon as I get it. So thank you very much, Bob. Next is this really great card. This is from Charmaine, and she says, I hope you enjoyed this postcard with these two cute goats. I love it. She's like, I don't know if they're quite classified as long neck animals, but enjoy and Merry Christmas. Well, they've got long necks, so they're in for me, and I love goats. I've had goats in the past. They are certainly, here's the beautiful decorations. They are certainly mischievous animals. And so thank you so much for that. And then lastly is this wonderful greeting card. This comes from our friend Renee Lewis. Renee has her own channel here on YouTube. There's a link to her channel in the description below. Please do give her a like and a subscribe and check out her channel. Right now, she's doing this wonderful Advent series with her sister, where they mail each other Advent gifts. And so every day of Advent, she's been sharing what she's sending and receiving. It's a great series. You're going to like it. She also does lots of things with Postcrossing. So yeah, go check Renee out. And Renee, thank you so much for this card. And Merry Christmas. I hope you have a really good season. So on the program today, I thought what I would do is I would share with you one stamp and a story about this stamp and why I'm sharing it with you. I am a collector of Christmas stamps. I know a great deal of you also collect Christmas stamps. It's a really popular theme. There is a plethora of Christmas stamps to collect. They are beautiful. I have many of them. I like Santa Claus stamps. I like snowman stamps. I like Christmas scenes, winter scenes, Christmas trees, beautiful cathedrals and chapels and churches that are decorated for the season. So at first I was going to pick out like a top 5 or top 10 of my favorite Christmas stamps. And maybe I'll do that. But I don't know, I was drawn to one particular stamp in my collection as I was looking through it. And so I want to show you this stamp and tell you why I'm drawn to it. So here's the stamp. This stamp is currently in my Christmas stamps album. This stamp was issued by New Zealand on November 1st, 1960. It is Scott number 353. It has a face value of 2 New Zealand pennies. And this stamp features a very famous painting called The Adoration of the Shepherds. It was painted by Rembrandt in 1646. Now, if you'd like to see this painting in person, it currently resides in the National Gallery in London. So if you are ever in London at the National Gallery, which is one of the top things on my list of places I want to go in the world, you can view this wonderful painting in person for yourself. But since I'm not in London and don't have plans of being there anytime soon, I can enjoy this painting via this beautiful postage stamp. So this is a beautiful stamp in its own right. It's a beautiful painting. New Zealand has issued some really, really lovely postage stamps throughout their philatelic history. Many of them I have in my collection. But let me tell you why I am drawn to this particular stamp. And it goes back 22 plus years ago. My wife and I, we were married, and then we went on our honeymoon. And so while we were on our honeymoon, we were at a place that had a biblical museum, and some really cool things to see. And we were taking this tour, and at the end of our day, we stumbled upon a gift shop, a little shop that had all these gifts, and in the shop were some nativity scenes. And so we had just been married, I'm going to say maybe 3 days when we wandered into this little shop. And we both saw this nativity scene, and we thought, wow, how beautiful this is. But we both kind of looked at each other and thought, we're newly married. So like most people, when they first start out, don't have a lot of money. And that was certainly the case for us. We were kind of honeymooning on a budget. And so we thought, well, it's a beautiful, beautiful nativity set, but we can't afford it. And so I don't really remember if it was me or if it was my wife, but one of us said, hey, let's just look and see how much this set is, just out of curiosity, thinking it was going to be way outside of our budget. And so when we looked, we discovered that it was very reasonably priced. Now, I don't know if it's because that's just what the price was, or because it was September and not too many people are buying nativity sets in September. But nevertheless, it was way affordable than what either one of us thought it was going to be. So we looked at each other and we said, we've just gotten married. Wouldn't it be awesome to buy this nativity set and we'll display it in our home every year at Christmas time? And not only will it remind us of why we celebrate this season, not only will it remind us of our faith, but it will also remind us of our love, of our marriage, of our honeymoon, of how we started out in our life, and how something that we thought was so unobtainable, we were able to obtain. And so we went to the lady working in the shop and said, we'd like to purchase this nativity scene. And so she carefully removed, she removed the shepherds and the sheep and Mary and Joseph and the manger and little baby Jesus, and she individually wrapped each component of the set and boxed it up very nice for us, and we took it with us. And so we still have that nativity scene. And we've had it over 20 years, 22 years now, I guess. And every year we display it at Christmas. Uh, Now we have since last year, um, no, sorry, excuse me, 2 years ago for our 20th anniversary, we purchased a new nativity scene for our 20th anniversary, and so we're displaying that now too. But that nativity set that we bought on our honeymoon, uh, it's one of the things that we have in our home that I am most that I cherish the most. And so when I look at this stamp in particular, or any stamp that has a nativity scene, that immediately invokes so much meaning and emotion to me. First of all, it reminds me of why we celebrate this wonderful holiday, but it also reminds me of not just a love story between God and us, but the love story between my wife and I, and how we were able to on limited means and just starting out, purchase this beautiful nativity scene that I know will be in our family, hopefully for generations to come. So a bit of a sappy story, a bit of a personal story, but you know me, and you know that's what I love about stamps, is that they have a story to tell, and sometimes that story is different depending on who owns the stamp or who collects the stamp. And so I just wanted to take this opportunity, share this beautiful stamp with you, this beautiful work of art, and tell you why it means so much to me and also my family. So that's the episode. I also want to tell you that this is the last Snail Mail with Smokey episode of 2024. I'll be taking a couple of weeks away from the YouTube channel as I'm preparing for Christmas. We've got some special services at the church, things that we're doing with family. So I'm going to concentrate on those things, step away from YouTube. But I'll be back. I'll be back with a brand new episode of Snail Mail with Smokey right after the first of the year. So make sure you have that bell icon on so you know when the first episode of 2025 is available to watch. Also, if you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button right now. Don't forget to give me a big old thumbs up and leave me a comment below. Y'all, it has been a great year. 2024 has been a wonderful year. It's been a great year for the channel. The channel has grown so much. I can't wait till we hit 1,000 subscribers, and I'm looking to hit that milestone early in 2025. So I want to wish each and every one of you a very, very Merry Christmas and a happy, happy New Year. And until I see you next time in 2025, have a great day. Merry Christmas. God bless. Bye-bye.